I stand in front of the judge for growing one cannabis plant for me, for my own use. And when they start to treat me like a criminal and wanted me to apologize, the lie was so big in my head, because we all know how many people smoke cannabis. We all know that you're not a bad person. My activism started in 2014 in a big event that I called him the Big Bong night. The ideal behind it was that if we smoke together, we're not fighting the police, we just sit and smoke together, and we want to solve this issue. If people that smoke are criminals, okay, arrest us. We're here. We come to you. You don't need even to look for us. And it started from really small dots here and there. Some dealer that knows me from my activity send me a message. If you know this guy, you can send it to me. I will sell him. And from now, it starts more and more to be a thing. And the dealers start to think bigger. Maybe we can publish myself on your Facebook page. And that's how it started. We didn't have a money or organization behind it. It was 100% to help people that need weed to connect with the dealers. Like we doing legalization without waiting for the government. We just do it. The state didn't have any power to shut us down, but to declare us as a crime organization. I was arrested in March 2019 in Ukraine. I believe that everything will be okay. And even if I will go to prison, it will be okay. I was there for 3.5 years, very, very hard, 6 months in Ukraine. If people stop lying and say the truth, yeah, I smoke cannabis. Very simple activism, not anything. Just say, I smoke weed. The state can't, the country, the law can't do anything to enforce it.
Hi guys, welcome back to Not Guilty TV. Today we have a fantastic guest, someone I have much admiration for, Amos Dov Silver. Unlike most of my interviews, which are purely for entertainment purposes and to hear different perspectives, I fully support Amos and what he stands for. He's a fearless hero who put himself on the line to fight for what he believes in, the right to access cannabis, the fight against government overreach and personal freedom. Amos is best known as the founder of Telegrass, an underground cannabis marketplace that connected thousands of buyers and sellers, completely changing the way cannabis was distributed in Israel. But his story is far bigger than just an app. He was born into a strict Orthodox Jewish family, but broke away from that life at an early age. He went on to serve in the Israeli army, and it was during that time that he discovered cannabis, not just as a recreational substance, but as something that he believed should be freely available. That belief turned into a full-scale activism, with Amos openly defying the authorities, staging protests, and advocating for legislation. But his fight for freedom came at a cost. After moving to the US and running Telegrass remotely, he was lured to Ukraine, arrested and imprisoned before being extradited to Israel, where he spent years behind bars before being placed under house arrest. His case raises major questions about the law enforcement corruption and hypocrisy of cannabis laws. He's still fighting the case today, and in 30 days' time, he's going to find out the result of that. But Amos, thank you very much for the opportunity, brother, and welcome to Not Guilty TV.
Thank you for hosting me, and thank you for your words.
Well, I'm so happy that I came across your story, and it's great to see people like you that are actually willing to put themselves on the front line and to fight for what people should be allowed access to, you know? So tell me about your journey, brother, from growing up in a Orthodox Jewish family to then go the polar opposite, to going into the military, to then becoming a cannabis activist. How did this journey happen, brother?
Actually, it's I see the dots connected from my childhood and where the that I left my Orthodox family and started my own life when I was very, very young, I see it very connected to the cannabis fight, activism, because I guess it's from my father when he educated me, but I didn't see people, persons in the world like they know everything and they have to be right. It doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter who. Everyone can be right, and I need to trust him until some point that I don't think that he's right, and then I need to think for myself if I trust someone, even that I think he's wrong. And years after, I got myself in the situation that I stand in front of a judge for growing one cannabis plant for me, for my own use. And when they start to treat me like a criminal and wanted me to apologize, the lie was so big in my head, because we all know how many people smoke cannabis. We all know that you're not a bad person. And I saw that all they want from me, it's that I will lie to them, that I stop smoking. I will say I'm sorry, put my head down. That's what they want from me. And then I understand that the law that banned us from using cannabis, it's based on lies. If people stop lying and say the truth, yeah, I smoke cannabis. Very simple activism, not anything. Just say I smoke weed. The state can't, the country, the law can't do anything to enforce it, because there is 10-20% of the population in Israel and in England that use cannabis daily on daily basis, and they can't fight this amount of people. My activism started in 2014 in a big event that I called him the Big Bong night. And the ideal in front of it was that, behind it was that if we smoke together, we're not fighting the police, we just sit and smoke together. And we want to solve this issue. If people that smoke are criminals, okay, arrest us. We're here. We come to you. You don't need even to look for us. We're here. We're criminals. And if you can't enforce it on everyone equally, so this law, it's not supposed to be in the world. If you can't enforce it equally on everyone, and you need to enforce it here, on there, and there, to afraid that, to use someone to afraid that another people to do it. So it's not law that based on truth. It's based only on lie, and we all know the reasons behind this lie. But that's how it starts.
Yeah, no, this was brilliant how this started. This Big Bong night was brilliant. I loved it. I loved the concept of it. And this is what it needed. This is how it started for you then, as just someone who was more a cannabis advocate, who was willing to smoke it in public, wasn't willing to hide away from it, did it through your Facebook profile, created this night to go into public and explain to us how it went. That like, thousands of people turned up, but they also ended up bringing in the horses, didn't they, in the end?
Yeah, me myself, I wasn't there that night because the court prevent me to be in Jerusalem on that night. He said that I'm not allowed to be in Jerusalem. But yeah, the police brought horses and the heavy equipment that they use against protest. But it was very funny because not myself, but we didn't come over there to fight the police. So the horses just went from side to side, but people just smoked from side to side. And the police didn't know how to use a protest that it's not so violent, that even the horses cannot find violence. They start violence from them, but it went amazing. It was thousands of people. Some say 1,000, some say 4,000. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But hundreds and thousands of people smoke weed in the Cannabis International Day in front of the Israeli Knesset. No one do anything. it went perfect. The police try to arrest some people, but they very quick understand that they don't have the power to do it, and they left it. The years to come, the police didn't brought the horses. They just stayed back, let the people smoke, and that's it.
And what
Uh,
people don't realize, sorry to interject, is because obviously in England, we don't know a lot about Israeli culture, to be honest. We don't see a lot of it on our telly other than the problems, unfortunately. So we didn't know that, me personally, I didn't know that there was a massive cannabis culture in Israel. And obviously, from watching your documentary, I learned that in Israel, they say that they've got the highest cannabis consumption per capita in the world. Is that correct? Like it's really high in terms of how many people smoke it in Israel.
Look, in Israel, it's known fact that the percentage of using cannabis is very high relativity to the world. Country with a lot of wars and stress and whatever you want, we have it here in Israel. So people are very stressful and smokes a lot. But also the police and the law are very firm and they don't they try to stop every movement toward legalization with every tool that they have. So Israel is an interesting place. We have a very great growers. We have growers like, I don't know if the best in the world, but very good
See,
growers.
that's crazy. That's great to know that you have great weed out there, do you?
Yeah, yeah. Um, but
Shout
in
out
the
to
end,
everyone
at
smoking
the end,
cannabis in
you in
Israel.
England and me in Israel, if we take the seed and grow it good, we both have good weed. So internationally,
Of course. So this is brilliant. So the Big Bong, the first night, this was in 2014. From this moment here, you became the sort of face of the cannabis legislation movement in, or one of the faces in Israel. And then your Facebook started getting very active, and then you started doing more of this sort of stuff. And then eventually this ends with lots of people start requesting you, don't they, to get cannabis, if you can help them with cannabis. And talk to us about how this started then, and from how this evolved into the Telegrass app, and how long was the time period? When did Telegrass start? And what was the concept behind that to start with?
yes. So I start my way like you said as an activist 100%, not dealing in weed on weed. I didn't sell or something, but I I got myself a lot of attention from people that need weed, want weed, smoke weed. And if Amos all day smoke weed and post picture of him with bongs or weed, they saw in me someone that can maybe help them connect to the weed that they want. And most of the messages that I got, I couldn't help. I didn't have anything to help. Most of the time, I myself didn't have what to smoke in that times. And sometimes it was very hard for me when I got a bad story or hard story, and I posted on Facebook. There is someone in Tel Aviv that needs someone. I said the story. And it started from really small dots here and there. Some dealer that knows me from my activity send me a message. If you know this guy, you can send it to me. I will sell him. And from now, it start more and more to be a thing, and the dealers start to think bigger. Maybe we can publish myself on your Facebook page and hide behind a fictive profile, a fake profile. And it worked. The dealers that did it and publish on my Facebook page start to get hundreds and thousands of messages in every day, daily, and it start to like a snowball. It start to roll like a snowball. In 2017, I posted on my Facebook that I can't do it anymore because it's too much. Technically, it's too much. Dealers talk to me. Someone want to complain about the dealer that he saw on my Facebook page. He reached to me, and I can't tell him it's none of my business because it was on my Facebook page. So I needed to deal with a lot of stuff. I needed to be like a police in some places when people steal, when people do stuff. And I posted that I can't. I don't have enough fingers, eyes, ears to do it. And then a friend that I didn't know him until then, but he saw the post and he told me, Amos, come to Telegram. In Telegram, not like Facebook, you can open groups, channels, you can bring some people to help you. You don't need to do it alone, and we need this startup. And that's how it started. We didn't have a money or organization behind it. It was 100% to help people that need weed to connect with the dealers and to help the dealers to connect with the customers. Like we doing legalization without waiting for the government. We just do it. Like Nike, we just do it. And then the snowball got bigger than I ever imagined. We needed computer guys to build bots and to deal with all the thousands of people, hundreds and thousands of people that use Telegrass, dealers and clients. And when you have this big organization, you have to have money. You need to pay professionals to build stuff. You need money. So we start collect from the dealers amount of 420 shekels per month on the second channel that they publish. The first channel, it was very important to me that everyone that want to publish can do it for free. So anyone can publish in one channel. We divided the Israel land to the cities, channels. Every channel, first channel, a dealer can publish for free. If you want another channel, it's 420 shekels per month. It was very small amount of money, but because of the amount of dealers, it started to be not big money, like not millions, but it starts to have a economic or financial aspect. And then two things happened. The police, when they saw money involved, the dealers started to make money, very big money. People bought houses and they saw a lot of money that the state didn't see a dime from it. And also good people that we have everywhere around us, that they see success and they start to get jealous. And together we needed in Telegrass to fight a very, very difficult situation, but we did it. And the state didn't have any power to shut us down, but to declare us as a crime organization and to use the heavy tools that the law gave the state, the heaviest tools for fighting crime organization. They built an operation for five states, 3 continents, almost 1,000 of cops in the same night to shut down operation that still works today. Not me, I didn't touch it. I don't touch it today, but the ideal, it's already been.
When was this? What year was this in, Amos?
I was arrested in 2019. Telegrass founded in 2017. I was arrested in March 2019 in Ukraine.
Okay, so when was it that you moved to America then, Amos?
In 2014, after the Big Bong night, the police sent an agent for me, and he bought 1 gram, or if to be accurate, 1.05 gram.
Motherfucker.
to undercover cop that told me that his father have cancer and he want to see if it helped his father. Anyway, I spent 7 months in prison because of that, and after that, I was like almost broke. I felt that I don't have any more energy against the state. I felt I done my share for legalization, the Big Bong night, everything. Now I want quiet. I have American citizenship from my father. I said to myself, I start new life in America. I moved to America, but the activism don't leave
Oh.
you. You can leave places, but it's hunt you. People still send me messages, and
While
sometimes
you were in America, though, obviously you were managing Telegrass. That was your company. You were the
I
boss.
moved to America in 2015, a lot before Telegrass.
Yes,
Telegrass was founded 2 years
217.
I've been to America.
Yeah.
I saw that I mean I'm not in Israel. I can't do anything over there. Just post on Facebook. That's what I described before. It was after I left Israel in 2015.
Yeah.
The publishing and the marketing on my Facebook page started 2015 after I left
So
Israel.
when you left Israel to go to America, did you never go back to Israel then until 2019 when you got arrested in
I
Ukraine?
knew that since I left Israel, I told you I wanted to left the activism, but I still found
Yeah, no,
myself.
I just didn't realize it'd been such a long period where you'd been away from Israel until.
And I knew that the Israeli police are not happy from my activities.
I
And if I
understand.
go to Israel, they arrest me, like they do in 2019. And I will tell you something very important. I did I didn't pass any law. If I was passing any law, I was in America. They have a system, they have law. Israel didn't reach to the American authorities to stop my activities or to arrest me. They did something that in Israel is against the law, to take someone out from any country by putting.
America does this all the time, though. They trick people to go to other countries
Yes.
and they
But
kidnap
my
them.
point is that in America, Israel couldn't point on anything that I did that was against the law. My activism, I don't know if it was in the boundaries of the law or not, but the fact that Israel didn't come to the U.S. authorities and ask for my extradition or to arrest me, and they did what they did to make me come to Ukraine. And over there in Ukraine, there is no law and
So
justice.
explain how that happened. Your friend said he was getting married in Ukraine and he
Yes.
tricked you to come there. He tricked you.
Yes, he said for 3 5 months he sent me pictures of him with his new girlfriend and how much he's in love. And because she's not Jewish, they can't get married in Israel. They need to
What a
go to
Judas, what
Ukraine.
a bad person. Why did he do this?
I met him after 6 months in prison in Ukraine. When I extradited to Israel, I met the guy in the police. How do you say it?
Yeah.
To confront us. Anyway, I talked to the guy and I told him that I don't care why he did what he did. I mean, it's something between him and myself. I remember all the time that everyone are just how do you say it? People in the movie that are not the extras, just standing over there.
Yeah.
So everyone, the judge, the prosecutor, and everyone just stuff. I don't know. I forgot the word. In the movie, how do you say someone that he's not an actor, he just stand there?
Extra.
Exactly. That's how I looked at them. At the
Yeah,
agent.
it wasn't his doing, but he caused it. So you ended up getting tricked to go to Ukraine, and as soon as you got off the flight in Ukraine, did you get arrested straight away?
No, I got to Ukraine a day before the wedding. I had one day, a very nice day in Kiev, very nice city. But in the middle of the night, not the middle of the night, 4:20 in the morning.
I saw this. They chose 4:20 as the time as well. I think they did
Yes,
this to put their finger up at us, I think.
yes.
They did
And
this,
also
didn't they?
I did it in what in my power when I schedule my date to go back to prison to 4:20.
I've seen. Well done. Well, hopefully
We
this
all
will
have
be
a
lucky.
sense of humor.
Hopefully this will be lucky for us. We'll see.
I believe, as you can see, maybe in from my post, but definitely from my speaking, I'm optimist, and I believe that everything will be okay. And even if I will go to prison, it will be okay. I was there for 3.5 years, very, very hard, 6 months in Ukraine. I will be okay, but I believe
So
that
in Ukraine, did you fight the extradition or did you accept the extradition?
no, I fight the extradition, and basically also Ukraine did a lot of stuff against the law because there is a lot of legal ways to fight extradition.
Ukraine are the
Usually,
biggest criminals in the world.
way Zelensky was elected when I was in prison in Ukraine. He got elected. I remember when my cellmates
Yeah.
went to vote for Zelensky.
And now he's cancelled elections forever.
I know, but I don't want to go in there because I know how much I don't know on that
Of
part of
course. And so eventually you've obviously got extradited back to Israel, like you say, and you've spent 3.5 years in. So what happened? Why was there not a court case? Why is it still going on now? You were just held there, or you got found guilty in your absence? What happened?
after 5 years of arrest, 3.5 years behind bars, and 1.5 year with electronic bracelets. I found myself in the situation that I have to sign on the plea, on the deal that they gave me, and the deal was 8 years in prison. But for me to sign on it, they gave me like a package of candies that will soften the heat. One of them was that I have 1 year that ends in 1 month that I can go free, not arrest and before the prison. And after 5 years in arrest, I needed this time like air to breathe.
So explain it then. So
I
next
just want to smoke for I don't know if
no,
you want to
you can
stop.
smoke. I was going to say to you, you smoke throughout it. It's absolutely fine. It's nothing to hide away from it. It adds to it. So but how is in prison and is you carry on. But while you're in prison in Israel, obviously I don't want you to get in any trouble in there, but is there cannabis in the prison in there? Do people smoke?
There is, but not much. When there is, it's very, very expensive.
Yeah,
I had months that I didn't smoke anything, but I had the times that I had a lot of hash in
yeah.
there, time that I had plenty. And in prison, when you smoke in prison, it's more fun than you smoke outside. You need to be very
You really appreciate it when you're in there. You
really
really
appreciate
enjoy
it,
it
and
and
yeah,
appreciate.
yeah, yeah.
And because when you're out here, we take stuff for granted, don't we? And you forget how good stuff is, and you forget that it's a luxury, and it's even though it's still something that we should be entitled to, it's still a blessing to have it, you know. But out
And
here, we take it for granted. In there, it's brilliant.
I have to say about this sentence that you say that it's true not for just for cannabis. It's true for life. I
Mm.
mean, everyone have so much to thankful, and it sounds like spiritual, but it's true. When someone is not sick, when it's have his health very good, you need to thank every day because it can change like this. Someone can be injured, can get sick, can go in prison.
Yes,
We need to remember every moment in our lives how much we're surrounded by good things, and we always surrounded by good. We just need to choose to look for that good.
of course, of course. We have to be stoic in our beliefs, you know. Um, so um, You know, right now today, Telegrass is still operating. So you're not involved in Telegrass anymore, or are you still the boss of
No, for
Telegrass?
now I'm not. No, for now I'm not involved in Telegrass for any in any kind. But what is Telegrass? I mean, there is groups and people that call themselves Telegrass, but I don't have any connection to that. So it's Telegrass or not Telegrass. I say that Telegrass is not a thing. Telegrass is it was an ideal that we can do it alone. We don't
Yes.
need the government, and this ideal they can't break it. It's still going on, and today to get weed in Israel, it's very easy. Uh,
No, I applaud you. Like I said, I'm Welsh. So do you know who Howard Marks is?
who what?
Howard Marks.
I didn't understand the question.
Do you know who Howard Marks? Have you heard of
No,
Howard Marks? You do not
Howard
know?
Marks.
Yeah. He is one of the biggest cannabis pioneers and advocates ever. He's died a few years ago, but he was probably Britain's and America's biggest ever cannabis dealer, smuggler, and he was a Welsh guy, a hippie. Um,
Okay.
but he would, like yourself, go outside the police station smoking bongs and smoking joints anywhere, to prove a point.
Yeah.
And you're like him. You need
I,
to
I
look
will
into
I
him.
will search for him
I'm
later.
going to send you some links to him, but you are the modern version of, he called himself Mr. Nice. It's the best book ever. You need to read this and check it out. It's probably the number one cannabis book ever. I'm going to send you the links to it after.
Yeah, part of my activism is very interesting because I'm not connected to any group, not in Israel, not in the world. Even the opposite. I feel every groups. I feel like I left out of the groups, and I see everywhere in the world people that act like you said in the same way without speaking with each other, without knowing each other. It's very nice to hear
There's
this.
millions of people who want to do what you're doing, but they don't know that anyone's doing it. So it's great that we see people like yourself who are fearless, and then thousands follow. And you are a leader for these movements. And we need people
I
like
want to tell you
yourself.
something. A lot of people think that I am a computer guy because I founded the Telegrass, or that I am a management. I have management skills. I don't know anything about computers. I don't know how to manage. I don't know how to do anything. All I know to do is what you said: to stand with the flag, with no fear or with fear. It doesn't matter, but to stand with the flag and everyone can see it. Everyone that hide usually see the flag and can come to the same place, and together we can do big
Of
things like
course.
Telegram.
Of course. So when I was watching this documentary, though, they said that Telegrass started as very pure by yourself to help the weed to do all this, but at a certain point it became very criminal. And then it started selling other drugs, cocaine, heroin, and all this sort of stuff. And you were involved. And is there any truth? Is this all lies?
It's so much lie because some of the people who got arrested in this arrest, uh, their job in Telegrass was to delete when someone post cocaine or other stuff. We were very strict that we focus only on cannabis, 100%. There was one group, very small, that we opened for psychedelic, not a narcotic like cocaine, and just psychedelic. And to go into this group, you had to go like a security checkout at like Shabak or Mossad. But 99% of the people that use Telegrass, it was 100% Telegrass, grass, cannabis.
Of
And
course.
also in the charges against me, it was like this, that 99% of the movement in Telegrass was cannabis.
Of course, that's good. And so you say today you're not involved with Telegrass. What have you been doing for the last year and a half? Are you involved in a different group now, or you just push yourself as the face, or is there something that people
Uh,
can follow, or is it just best to follow you? What is your plans? What's the thing after this? If you don't go to jail, will you get involved in Telegrass, become face of Telegrass? What is the plan for you moving forward?
First of all, I have no plans because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I in 1 month if I'm free to start my life or I need to wait 4.5 years or 1.5 year. So I don't know. I'm not planning. But I don't see myself as a public figure for life. I mean, maybe I will, maybe I will not. But for me, all I want is peace and quiet and happy life. That's what I'm looking for.
I understand. And so
I didn't search to be in this point. It's like they 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 did to me stuff that it came out of me without I wanted to be in that spot.
you're chosen by the people, brother.
By the people, by the nature, I don't know. Yeah.
And so have you got good lawyers? What is your feeling then for next month? What do your lawyers tell you? You've obviously been very quiet the last year and a half. There's lots of problems in Israel. Surely they don't want to send you to prison, surely. Hopefully not.
I don't have lawyers. The ones that I have did a lot of damage, and now I'm handling with myself. And in the last year, I didn't do anything. I just lived my life first time in 5 years. Went to the ocean, to Eilat, to Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, eat in restaurants, stuff that I didn't do for 5 years. Now, 1 month before I need to go back to prison. It started. Some friend opened a Facebook page. Some friend built a website, but they started a campaign to call the president of Israel, Herzog, to give me a pardon, because a lot of people believe, like yourself and like myself, that it's not fair, it's not justice, and no one wants me in prison. And a lot of people wants me out of prison. So they started a campaign that people send letters or emails to the president of Israel to give me a pardon. Maybe I will get it, maybe not. I'm curious, like the others, to see how things will develop.
Indeed. Well, I pray for you, brother. And you know the documentary that I saw that's out there? Who made the documentary? Were you happy with it?
I'm happy with the total. There is a lot of anecdote in the movie that I don't like what you said before, and some other anecdote that I felt that they didn't reflect the truth. They reflect a more interesting story, but not the truth. So I'm happy that it make more people to see my story and to get involved in that, but not happy with a lot of parts in the movie. That's
Of,
life.
of course, I thought it was good though, and that's how I learnt about your story. So, for anyone
That's why I
watching
did it.
this who wants to watch it, guys, the link for the documentary be below the description box. So I would heavily recommend it as well. I thought it was a great documentary at the same time. And so, hopefully, all being well, do you plan to go back to America after with this, or do you want to
No,
go?
if when everything is over, I can go back to America because I'm American citizen. So I can go whenever I want when Israel let me out.
And
If I live in Israel or in America or in other place in the world after this all over, I don't know and I don't care right now. I mean, we'll see how things going in the world. We don't know in Israel, in the world, what will be, what happened. I'll wait and see.
and obviously, you've been very honourable in staying there, but obviously you could have fled Israel at any point, I'm sure, with all the trouble going on there. You could have cut your bracelet off and fled, but you're doing the right thing. You're standing up, you're going to court and doing
I
everything.
just told myself that I don't want to hide and run for the rest of my life or 10 years of my life to look back for my shoulder in every corner. I mean, I don't want to go to prison, but also I want to finish this saga for me and for my family, for my friends, for everyone. And yeah.
I respect that. Israel is your home. If it was a different country, it'd be easier, but your family are there, so you don't want to run away from Israel forever. You face
Exactly. Even
problems.
if I don't want to live in Israel, I don't want to live in the world that I can't visit my mother, my brothers. I don't want it.
Did your brother get into trouble as well with this Telegrass, or was he okay in the end? Did he go to prison?
He was arrested for 16 days,
I
and
saw this in documentary.
it
They
was
said,
very cruel because he wasn't involved in Telegrass. They
oh, sorry.
arrested him only because he's my brother, and I sometimes ask him technical questions because he worked at that time on Apple,
I
and
saw.
he knew about high tech stuff that I didn't
Yeah,
know when I
algorithm, it
started.
said yes.
But he wasn't involved in Telegrass in any way, and they know it, and they arrest him only for the purpose of breaking the group, breaking me, breaking everyone. But we are strong. We have, you know, why we're strong? At least me and my brother, because we have strong faith. We have strong faith that people are just people. Behind that, there is very strong force that if you believe in him, everything, you have the power to go through everything.
That's brilliant. Of course, everyone needs faith. Without faith, we're nothing. And what about books or anything? Have you got any book or anything, Amos, out? Or you got any plans to write a book? Or why
I,
didn't you
I,
write one
I
when you were
can
in
tell you
prison
that
before?
if I had 1 shekel for this question that people ask me, I would be a millionaire today.
Well,
A
for all
question
these
about,
people that ask you, they all want to buy it. So you should write the book.
but I don't have a clear answer why I still don't write a book. The automatic answer is that I'm still in the experience. I don't have time to write because I'm still in the making of in the experience. When I'm done, I can write about it.
Of course, you're still in the middle. It hasn't got the ending yet. You have
You can't write and walk in the same time. I mean,
many
I'm still
chapters
in the
left.
walking.
Okay, and where's the best place for people to reach out and to follow you? Is that on Facebook, how I found you?
Facebook is is the platform that I use the most. I have also Instagram and
I
yeah,
couldn't find you on Instagram, but you have to send me the link then, because I'm going to put all your links below, guys. So anyone who wants to follow Amos, which I heavily recommend, then go
thank you.
below. But all right, brother. Well, look, it's been absolutely fantastic touching base with you. And I want to do it again, maybe before this court case, then maybe next month we do one just before, and you can tell us about what's going on. Or think even better, we do one after the court case when you don't go to prison, and then
Sounds
you can
better.
share the great news with us, and then let us know what your plans are from there.
And I
But
have to tell you that I was really like the name of your not
not
guilty.
guilty.
It was very nice name for me.
This happened to me. It wasn't always this. I started it as a different name, but the police were persecuting me for 6 years. And in the end, I got not guilty. And so this is why I changed it to this. So
Congratulations. I know it's not now, but congratulations.
thank you, brother. So and hopefully, obviously, you've ended up pleading guilty, but hopefully they can just get rid of it and let you off in a month's time. And you've done enough time anyway. You're not a problem. You're not a menace to society. You're a good guy who just wants to smoke the plant. So well done, brother. And it's been great talking to you, great touching base with you. And this will be start of a big friendship going forward for many years, I can tell.
Thank you very much for hosting me.